Hey, this is Dr. Steven. We are on site this time. We're here at the Big Coconut with Van Hechter. Van, how are you?
Not too bad. How are you?
I'm doing good. It is a little bit chilly here on in Fort Lauderdale, but we're doing good. Tell us about your stay here in Fort Lauderdale.
As usual, it's magical. I always come back here and I try to make it once a year. I try to do at least 2 or 3 weeks in January because things are slow in music after New Year's Eve.
Okay.
And I usually write lyrics here for the next year or for the following years. And as usual, it was magical. I stayed a lot longer this time. I arrived way before Christmas, and it's like February, and I'm still here. But it's COVID, and you know, I just enjoy at least being able to go to the gym and just walking around, which we can't do in Montreal or in New York City.
Okay. And you're from Montreal, Canada.
I'm based in Montreal. I go to New York City a lot, and well, originally I'm French Georgian, but I don't. Um, I mean, the Brits like me, so I might go to Europe to see the Brits, but the rest of Europe right now is not working for me.
Okay.
I prefer North America.
Okay.
More freedom.
Okay. You had an album that came out, Love Elastic, in July
Yes.
2020. Tell us about that.
Yes. It was a very cool collaboration with a guy called Iggy Kazil, who owns a record label in New York City.
Okay.
My song, I released it on my own label. I have I also own a label, Isotop Records, and I released Love Elastic, a song that did well in the UK.
Okay.
And then he picked it up, and he's
Nice.
like, "Well, do you want to, do it in the US?" And
Okay.
because of what I said before, I like in North America, so I said yes, let's do it. We released the album. It's great. It's doing well, and I'm really happy.
Okay. And then Back in Vogue, you released in October 2020.
Yep.
Okay. Tell us about that.
Well, it's a song. It's an anti-grinder Tinder song.
Okay. What is anti-grinder, anti-Tinder? How can that be?
Before you know it, romance will be back in vogue.
Okay.
That's what it says.
Okay.
And because it's just like a catalog. It's just rah, rah, rah. And I'm not saying I'm not on it. I am on it.
Okay.
But there's something very not romantic about it.
Okay.
And I'm thinking because things go and every fashion passes.
Okay.
I think romance might be back in vogue. And I dedicated the song to because I released it in the last days of October. I decided that it would be a Movember.
Okay.
Thing.
Now tell us about Movember. What is that? What is that concept, and why is it important to you?
Well, Movember is, I hope people know about it by now. Movember is about prostate and especially testicular cancer, which attacks young people.
Okay.
And you grow a Mo or I've had the Mo before, so it wasn't like I just felt it was my cause because I already had the Mo.
Okay.
No, I'm a testicular cancer survivor myself. So I felt compelled, basically. Yeah.
Yeah, to be a part of that movement.
And by the way, guys, get your damn balls checked if you feel a lump. I was told a couple of times that I was dreaming, and I wasn't, and I was saved.
Yeah, it's very important to get checked.
But if you feel something, trust you. Don't trust that. The doctor, someone who says, "Hey, you're fine." No, if you don't think you're fine, follow that. I did, and I'm here. And I actually might be, dead.
Yeah. It's very important to get checked for that. It's a men's health issue, and so that's what the Movember is dedicated to.
I agree, and you know what? Women are so good at it because they're more. Women do the self test much more than we do. We're like, oh, it's fine, but because we're men, and that men don't really.
There's no reason to be tough in that. It's okay to go.
It's okay to go.
It's okay to go. And then you had I Believe that was released late November, 2020.
That's an anti-cynicism song, so I'm happy about that one, and I didn't expect it to be a single. It became a single because my lesbian neighbor, this is true, she's like, I like that song, and she really says it like that, and I'm like, that's not even a single, what are you talking about? I like it! And I'm like, okay. I know she's gonna hate me for this because now I'm like portraying her like a cliche, but no, and I said, okay, well, you know what? Let's give it a try, and it's working up the charts, and it's on Miami radio and this and that, so I'm happy about that. very much.
Nice. It must feel good to hear your song out like that.
It's humbling.
Yeah.
It's humbling.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't write songs. I play by music. So I'm always interested in people who write music. What's your inspiration when you sit down with a blank sheet of paper? How does the music come forth? Because I couldn't do that.
Well, I couldn't do what you do. So that's one thing. It's true. Secondly, it used to be about performance, and now it isn't anymore. Mm-hmm. Now it's about I just write what I feel in that moment and try to be as honest as possible. I don't know if it'll be good or not, but that's how I do it. And so it was just Love Elastic, had to do with how I was feeling at that time. I believe was just I follow how am I feeling today? Mm-hmm. And then I write that down. Yeah.
And then coming up June 2021, you've got the Stonewall and Anthem. Tell us about that. That's got to be exciting.
That is so cool. I was fortunate enough to be invited to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the Stonewall Inn. Mm-hmm. And by then, the Love Elastic video had come out in the UK and this and that, and just they were so warm to me. The crowd was like these 20-year-olds, and they were so nice with me. And I felt like, okay, I have to write like an anthem to the bar, because I felt the energy. You actually feel it. You feel that something special happened there. Mm. And you feel the riots, and you feel the first gays who were like, I'm not taking that crap, and I was just so enamored with the place. I wrote one song. We released it. We did a duet with a resident DJ, Chauncey Dundridge, and then he's like, let's do a full album. And I'm like, are you mad? And he's like, no, let's do it. So we did it, and now we're releasing it next June.
Okay,
it should be fun. I'm looking forward to it. It'll be
and
very
hopefully
fun.
The world will have some sense of normalcy. Maybe by next year we'll see what happens.
I think by June, honestly, we should have some sort of, like some pride, some form of
some kind of pride
celebration.
Or something. Yeah.
It might not be exactly the way we know it, but it certainly won't be like 2020.
No.
No. That's what I'm saying.
You've been here at the Big Coconut, which is, we have been friends with the Big Coconut for a long time. David is the owner and a great guy. He takes a lot of pride.
David Medici.
David, yes. He's a million stories.
Yes.
Do you have any fun stories that you want to share? You said to ask fun questions. God. So now remember, my mom watches the show, so you have to keep it to
I always keep it clean, and I'll tell you why, because my fan base is 16 to 27.
Okay.
So I have to keep it clean, otherwise the parents wouldn't allow me. All right. I have fallen in love madly in this hotel, like thunderbolt. You can't feel your pulse, you're shaking, and you can barely speak love here.
Wow.
Yes.
Congratulations.
And no, please, we're in such trouble.
Uh-oh.
But yes, and that I almost think that David has something to do with this.
Okay.
Because he creates such a warm environment that you're kind of open. When you're here, you're like, anything could happen, and it's yes. And I won't go into what happens in the later hours because of your mother. I won't. Hi. Things happen, and I'm sure as your mother, she must have had some moments, yes, in her own life. So yes, these things happen. Anyway, but I've fallen madly in love. Good. And by the way, now I'm going to Palm Springs to see if that love can be transformed into something concrete. Because it's a very complicated situation, very complicated. But I don't let that stop me.
Well, love is very complicated, but it's what we live for.
And yet so simple. Isn't it weird?
It's so simple at the same time. But if you don't take a risk, you
to,
will never know.
No, and that's worse.
And it's part of it. Yes.
And that's worse, because wondering, oh, should I have done that? That's terrible. That will kill you. Mm-hmm. Hearts that break can be mended. So who gives a shit?
That's right.
Sorry, I said that.
That's okay.
Word. Sorry. Sorry, Mom.
Okay. Well, we look forward to what happens next. You've got a great musical journey that you've been on, and there's more to come. And I'm really glad to have gotten to meet you.
Can I tell you why I like Floridians?
Tell me. So now I'm actually a Kentuckian, but I've been here for 10 years.
So you're Floridian now?
Sort of. Yes.
Kentucky, really?
Kentucky, yes.
Nice.
Yes.
I've never been.
Oh, it's a beautiful state.
Okay.
Beautiful state. My old Kentucky home.
I'll try to visit one.
You'll have to come visit. Anyway, why do you like Floridians?
I don't know what it is, but I trace it to the fact that I was conceived here.
Okay.
I was actually conceived here. And I don't know, there's something, every time I arrive here, everyone says hello to me. Everyone smiles. Where am I? Am I home? And it's not home, but there's something.
There's something.
Yeah, there's something. No, that's why I'll always be back.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you. Well, we love living here. We love having you here. And we're glad that you're here. And so we know you'll be back.
I will be.
We'll be back. Thank you. Well, it's been great catching up with Van Hechter. We look forward to more things to come. Arthur is going to put up your social media and your links to find you.
By the way, I'm a huge fan of Outclick.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Very good.
Thank you. We've got your social media on there and Spotify and YouTube. We've been watching your videos on there. There you go. There's your Spotify. Look at your pictures up there.
Yes.
Very handsome. Very handsome.
Oh, thank you.
Check him out. He's a nice guy. We've been visiting here at the Big Coconut here in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Check out Van Hechter on Spotify, YouTube, and all of his social media. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And you can check us out at outclick.com, outclique.com, or you can text OCQ to 22828 to stay updated on us. Thanks, everybody. Come see us and check out Van. Have a good one.
Bye.